Sophia. Hi, everybody in the back. Awesome. Well, we have such a beautiful class today. We're going to have just like any special requests. We're going to do a little birthday celebration in the swing, so make it extra joyful. Do you like anything in particular that you want me to educate you? Do all the things. Well, I am Jen Healy. I'm so happy to be here. I'm popping in once a month to teach classes, and it's always good to see some very familiar, friendly faces, and then some new people too. I do like to record everything, so you get to have this as an archive. I give it to you as a gift. I just use it for my own practice, and then we have our own kind of collection, like a playlist. So let me know afterwards if anybody wants that. If you need to use the restroom or get a glass of water, whatever you need, take care of yourself. I just ask that you go around the edges, so that way, we leave the front of the room open here. Okay, so does anybody have a special need? Does anybody have neck and shoulder stuff going on right now? Okay, yay, neck and shoulders. Lower back and hips. Okay, yay, and then both? Lower back, hips, neck and shoulders, everything? Okay. Well, we're gonna do a little bit of everything today anyhow, and I do like to give you kind of like a buffet and a variety pack. So it's gonna be all levels, which means...
Wow, you got a backdrop.
Fancy, we're getting fancy. Okay, so that means I'm gonna give lots of different variations. I like to call this one more of like the tone and contour part of the practice, and so we're going to integrate a little bit more of like the AYRx moves, some Pilates moves, some yoga moves, some aerial moves, although I really consider it more like therapeutics and suspension, but we can group it with that too. So it's going to be a whole variety pack today. Okay, since everybody is already standing, let's come to the center of our mat and just jump right in. We're going to test out the equipment and make sure everything is in the right place for you. You'll notice that we all have a couple different pieces of equipment. The hand holds. Everybody grab them. Let's make sure they're the right height for you. I'm going to bring that down one. Will you bring that one down for her? That would be fantastic. Thank you so much. Hand holds. You feel okay? You're happy? Just one down. Yeah, that'll be good. And then leg loops. Everybody's got 2 leg loops. Awesome. And then this is the main swing. I call it a swing, like a playground. So everything spreads out, and I want you to just check it out. Even if you've done this a gazillion times, it's always good to see. It's super stretchy. It's meant to be really comfortable, but if you're hanging by your underarms for an hour, no matter how comfortable it is, your body's gonna start yelling. So if you need a break, I'm gonna give you lots of different variations, okay? So let's start with our hand holds. Whether they're high or low doesn't really matter, because if they're really high up, all you're gonna do is bend your knees and you'll hang like a little bit. And if you're low, you can bend your knees and just bring your legs a little bit wider too. So wherever you are, just let your body hang. Yeah, there you go. That would be great. So I call it a wrist wrap. So you're gonna put your hand through and then wrap it on the top of the wrist and then grab, yeah. And then I love to start in a full body hang. So when we're in, would you like that a little lower, Cinda? Are you okay? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like when, you're welcome to swing. We're just gonna watch out for our neighbors and our buddies. If everybody stays in their bubble, see how we have these fun round yoga mats. If everybody stays in their own little bubble, then we have plenty of room for everybody. So that's our body of light today, our golden bubbles. So go ahead and play a little bit. This is part of the aerial yoga play practice, and I like to remind people that the play is the most important part. So remember to play, remember to have fun, and if it feels good, you're doing it right. There's no one way of doing it, it's just a matter of preference. Do you want to hang with all of your body weight, or do you want to push into your feet and come up so there's not as much weight in your hands? You can even just have all the weight in your feet and just bend a little bit too. But if you really like being dynamic, you can pick up your feet and start to play with doing some spins, some twists, helicopter moves, I call them. Woo! And if it at any time feels uncomfortable, you just come up, give yourself a little break, shake it out, and then come back in. It's kind of like rock climbing, if anybody is rock climbing. Your hands just need a break. So we're gonna listen to the body. When it gives you that signal like, I've had enough of that one. Just come on out, take a pause, and then come back in when you're ready. So let's do that one more time, but let's focus on activating our core. And the whole practice is designed to open up the spine, to lengthen the spine. So the more you hang, the more space you get in the body. So maybe hanging with your knees bent and your feet up is too much. And if it is, you put your feet down and you sit like you're in a chair, and then you can inhale here, lengthen, and then exhale, squeeze one knee up at a time, and let that be your practice for today. Wherever you are is totally welcomed, so honor that. Do as many as you can. We're just going to be here for a few minutes, so have some fun with it, mix it up. If you guys want to do a little bit more dynamic, you can swing the leg back and then bring it up. Inhaling and then exhale, squeeze, remember to breathe. You can switch sides when you're ready and then have a little fun with it where you can kind of swing forward and back. Just be mindful of your buddies, your neighbors. Very good. And then last version, again, everybody can come up for a second and shake it out whenever you need. Last version is the full body hang with the knee lifts. So we inhale, lengthen, exhale, squeeze, inhale, and exhale. Warm up the body. And then if you also like to play when you're here, you can do side to side and get the love handles involved. Just mix it up one at a time, both at a time, whatever feels good. So just do 30 more seconds of your favorite one. Yeah, or do variations. Beautiful. You can tick-tock from side to side as well. Wonderful, Maria. Yay. 10 more seconds. Keep going, whichever one you like. It's okay to be here. You can even come up if your hands are like, I've had enough, but I'm going to do 10 more seconds of just marching in place. Or you can get a little fancy and hop. Try the variety pack. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. You're a pro already. This is not your first class. Yeah, and then just come on down and just feel the heat that has, it's rising in the body that we built, and that now we're warm. Right? So now that we're warm, we're going to go ahead and come into the swing, always finding the center of the mat as our pillar. Our alignment is the most important thing. So the crown of the head is going to point up, and then the tailbone is pointing down. So get that length, even though we're not hanging. Keep that length, like we have a little scaffolding that we built around our spine with our muscles now that are going to hold the torso more open and more space. Inhale all the way up towards the sky, and then exhale, hug the swing. It'll feel a little high at first because, like I said, it stretches. Push it down, get it all the way to the lower ribs, and lean back. Yay, you can hold on if you wish, if you're feeling like a little nervous, leaning back, and just feel the pulse. And then if you would like to use your hands to support your head, I highly recommend that you let your neck relax, open your heart, and gently rock from side to side. You can free flow again. We will sync up for some of these poses, but just imagine there being a little platter behind your heart that is allowing it to rise towards the sky. So really let your head sink back. Press your feet into the earth and enjoy the gentle rocking. Maybe you like the massaging behind the heart. All those sticky spots can open now. Just starting out nice and slow. You can walk your feet a little wider if you want to get a little bit more dynamic. I like to bend one knee at a time. Let's all try to sync up and bend the right knee. Pause here for a second, and then come on over, press back, and then bend the left. There you go. Inhaling back, exhaling. Go ahead and add a little twist at the edges if you like that too. If you want to just keep the knee bent and move from side to side. Feel free to explore. If your neck is happy, release your hands and sway like a weeping willow from side to side. Beautiful. Let your hips lead the way. You get a little bit more dynamic in the twists and introduce a spiral at the edges. So it's supposed to feel good, right? We can actually have fun fitness. That's what I like to call it. We will get strong, we will get flexible, but you can actually enjoy the practice, enjoy the process. Opening up, really good. Everybody go ahead and come back to center. We're gonna go ahead and reach forward. When you reach forward, no matter what pose we're in, we're always gonna hug the swing. So if you go like this, you're gonna lose your hook, and I'll go no, no, no. And so you wanna hug, so whenever you reach forward, I'll say reach forward for the leg loops. Find the top of the leg loops. Beautiful. And then we're gonna bicep curl and lift. We're just gonna do, let's do 10 lifts. Inhaling and then exhale, lift. Inhaling back, exhale. So we're gonna do a little bit more of the strengthening practices today. So these are bicep curls, super easy, gentle ones. And I want you to do as many as it feels comfortable for today. So we have to make sure that this is all hooked up. There we go. You got it. Yeah. So 10 bicep curls. So if we're doing something and we're doing like a bunch of strengthening exercises, you can just come back to this one with your feet on the ground and make it easy breezy. Most people will not do bicep curls because they're too hard, but we can make them fun and easy just by like bouncing. Really good, guys. Okay, cool. And then walk your feet to the center of the mat. We're gonna slide down and find the bottom of the leg loops with our hands. Bunch it up. So you're gripping it, in the center of the palm. Beautiful. And then we're gonna lean forward and come into a push-up position, and then press back. So just do 10 of those. And you'll notice with the swing on the top of the shoulder, it makes push-ups fun and easy, supposedly, right? So we're gonna do lots of fun things like this. And we could do this without the swing, but of course that's gonna be harder. When we do chaturangas on the floor, most people lose the alignment, and so this helps you keep that nice long pillar from crown of the head to tailbone, no matter what position we're in. Really good, Joel. Good alignment. Yeah, head up. So your crown is always pointing towards the sky, and if we're on a diagonal, then it's going to point to the top corner of the room. Yeah. But if we drop our head, then we lose our pillar. We lose that nice long spine and all that strength that we got there. Very good. So let's go ahead and lean back and balance again. Just take a second, come back into chillaxed arms, walk it out a little bit. And I really love coming through angel wings, and we're gonna see if we can sync up together, because this one's important that we sync up, okay? So from here, I'm gonna open up my arms wide. I'm gonna bend my knees, and then I'm gonna press forward, arms wide, there you go. And then exhale, swim back all together, fishies, there you go. Inhaling here, exhale, bend. Very good, beautiful. Inhale, then exhale, back. Inhale and exhale. Woo. There you go. One more time, all the way forward. Yay, and stay here. Very good. And then walk your feet wide into a wide straddle. Bend your elbows and just let your body hang. Find your pillar even here, like you're in a tabletop. So no matter what position we're in, we're finding the crown of the head and the tailbone, communicating with one another. So here, your tailbone is shooting backwards and the crown is pulling forward, and that is keeping the length in the spine. If this is uncomfortable at all for your shoulders, go ahead and modify as you need. Very good. And if it feels good and you want to do a little bit of a stronger pose here, like I said, I'm going to teach several levels, so do what you like. You can press forward onto your tippy toes and come into peppermint patty. Very strong, and then exhale, sink back, and then roll into your tippy toes, press, press, press all the way forward, really good guys, and rolling back. One more time, inhaling, good, go as far as it feels good, and exhale, beautiful. All right, coming back to center, still in a wide straddle, heels out, toes in just slightly, bend one knee at a time from side to side, coming to a little bit of a wider lunge. So I'll lunge to the right. Let's meet here and pulse, pulse, good. Crown of the head, pointing to the front, tailbone pulling back, and then left. Pulse, pulse, all the way down. See if you can go a little bit deeper. There you go. Find your breath. There you go. And then back to center, and then bend the right knee, pulse, pulse. So a lot of the poses that we do in a normal yoga class, we drop our weight, and this allows us to go a little bit deeper into some of these poses, come back to center and bend the left knee, and that way we feel supported and we can keep the alignment. I call it next level alignment because we can have something that can hold us and help us find a little bit more space and length without straining the joints. All right, good. Come on back up. Press your hands towards the ground. Really good. Just take a moment to shake it out, shake it out. And then let's go back into, we're gonna release the swing for a second, and we're gonna go back into the strengthening using only, I'm gonna show you this variation, so if you wanna use the swing again, you can, but try just using the leg loops. Slide on down again to the center, walk your feet to the center of the mat. Get all of our contouring out of the way. And so when we do push-ups now, I want you guys to try it. Bunch it up in your hands, keep the hands in, so that you're aligned with your shoulders. We're stacking, this is called stacking, so the fists stay right underneath the shoulders. And then come up onto your toes, bend your elbows and press. And then inhale, lift, and exhale. Very good, inhaling. And a lot harder, right? So one of the ways that we can get out of this is people will stick their butt back. Right? So if you want the easier version, instead of being on a diagonal, you can just dip. I call these dips, which is totally fine. And if you like to just use the swing, like we did before, it's gonna help keep your chest lifted and keep the diagonal and keep the alignment. Would you like an adjustment?
Yeah, it's uneven.
It is uneven. Thank you for catching that. Like, wait a second. All right, tall red here. That's right. You're like 99.99% accurate.
I'm a little tired.
So yeah, it's okay to use the swing. Thank you for catching that. Yeah. So you can use the swing if that's more comfortable. All right, we're gonna be here for a little while. Just like catching on to what we're doing today. Yeah, getting all of our push-ups out of the way. So the other thing I like to do here is I like to, let's start with our left. All right, I'm gonna pick up my left knee and I'm gonna step all the way to the front of the mat and then slide back a little bit. So now I can do my push-ups and do my lunges. But you wanna keep your chest lifted, keep your gaze lifted, looking forward, keeping the spine nice and long. Yeah, so this is the other version. Isn't that nice? It's like a little bit better, right? And then, if we want to get fancy from here, we can lift and lower. Lift. There you go. Lift. Press down when you lift. Press. There you go. A little bit harder. Everyone's like, okay, that's good, right? That's the last one. Let's come on back to center. There is one more. Well, one more addition as well as the other side. Okay. So pick your favorite one, right? You can use the swing, you can come into the lunge and just hang out here. You don't have to lift, right? Most important thing is that you keep your alignment, and if it's too much where you lose your alignment, then you want to back up a little bit. Most important thing as well to get to be stable is keep your hands in tight. Yeah, so they're kind of grazing the ribs. There you go, and dip. Try dipping with your knee and keeping your head up. See what that's like. Yeah, there you go. So we're more staying straight up and down and just bending the knee and using the arms. Can anybody feel their arms yet? You just do 100 of these and you're good. And then we lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and come on back down. Does anybody want to try level 3? Whatever it is, everyone's like, we're good, we'll just hang out here. Now that our arms are a little bit tired, shake it out. So this is the last one that we're gonna do. It's kind of like a warrior 3, right? So we're gonna dip and then swing. dip, and swing. There you go. Now we have to find our balance, right? So we can do all of our fun standing poses, but have our little handles at the same time. Swing it forward. Dip, swing. Good. Very good, guys. And swing. Last one. And left. And it's just fun to swing the legs too. So come on back to center. Last leg. So I'm gonna dip and bring my leg back until we go warrior 3. Press my hands down, swing it forward, engage your core, dip, good. Dip, find your own pace. As long as we have if we're in the center of the mat, we're good. Dip, swing. Lift as high as you can, right? Yeah, that's it. One more, dip, and swing. Very good. All right, take a pause. Make sure you're breathing. Whenever we're trying something new, it's like the first thing to go is our breath, right? Last time we were doing, I don't know if you guys happen to see it, a little promotion I did, but we did a lot of breath work last time, and we practiced flying, and it was a very funny moment. So we'll do some more breathing today. Yeah, come on back to center. We're gonna do one more with the hand holds, and then I promise you we'll get back in the swing. And if we all kind of work together, we'll have enough space, but we all have to kind of go behind the swing and then to the back of the mat. Very good. Then from here, I'm gonna use my wrist wrap again. For some people, it's kind of hard to bunch it up. And if it just kind of comes off and it comes back into your hand, don't worry about it, that's fine too. Either way is gonna be okay. So I call these the TRX moves because anything, this is like aerial yoga and TRX got together, had a little baby. And so we can use these the same as you use the TRX straps, right? So I'm gonna bunch it up in my hand or do a wrist wrap. To do a wrist wrap, you have to make it nice and tight though. Otherwise, it'll wind up back in your hand. Try the wrist wrap here. So we're gonna bend our elbows, pull your elbows in tight towards your ribs, bend your knees and come on down, come to sit. Yummy back stretch. And just stay here. Yeah, that looks great, everybody. And just rock from side to side. So if you're done doing your strengthening for today, I completely understand. But if you're up for it and wanna add on a little bit more, we're going to pull, bicep curl, lean back, and then lift. So we stay on our diagonal. And then lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. The faster you do it, it gets a little bit more challenging, right? So go slow, if you like slow, or go ahead and speed it up a little bit. Inhaling and exhale. If you want to just stay down here and play, this is completely welcomed. Just do as many as it feels good for 30 more seconds. Nice. Good. And then when everybody sits down, I'll know you're done. Good. Very good. So this is how we get nice and strong in order to do some of the other fun flips and tricks and things like that. So while we're down here, go ahead and just stretch it out a little bit. See if you want to go a little bit further and let the knees windshield wiper from side to side or add like another twist. Experiment. Do something you've never done before. Yeah, there you go. You can roll around. Really explore, let your body explore what it's like to play in the swing. Beautiful. Catch your breath. Enjoy the suspension and the hang, as well as what it feels like to twist. I call these dynamic twists. Take 30 more seconds to play. So a lot of times we'll play in the air, but sometimes I have a whole practice that I called suspended somatics therapy that I actually like to play on the ground. So depending on the class, I'll do a lot of work on the ground too. So if at any time you feel a little dizzy or woozy, you can always just come down and ground, just like Baddha Konasana, hanging out, and it is so sweet. I also like to use the swing over a table, a massage table, and have it be cushed out so that you can actually just relax into some of these poses. So if being in the air is uncomfortable, always try coming down and using the ground too. That's an option. Okay, we're gonna back up, pendulum swing, and come on up to stand. Okay, so that was all of our arms. How your arms feel? Feeling good? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, all you have to do that is like 5 minutes every day and you'll be set. Let's come on back into the swing, inhaling arms up. Exhaling, give the swing a nice big hug, get a sip of water, take care of yourself if you need. You can come this way. There you go. Oh, yay. Just feel the difference in your body. Just doing this little warm-up lap, coming back to our supported back bend. This is kind of like one of my go-to poses. I'm just going to let my body sway a little bit more and just notice the spaciousness. Notice that there's a little bit more room. So again, we're going to revisit some of the same poses, and you can add a little bit more of a twist and an opening. I actually like supporting my head and pulling on the back of the neck and deepening the stretch from side to side. So get your neck involved. Sometimes the neck will feel a little neglected by the end of class if we don't give it a little extra. And this is a nice way of just using your own hands to open and deepen some of these areas that get a little sticky and stuck. You can take your other hand and stretch it away, which feels really good. 5 more on each side. Deepen and massage out the sides of the neck. Give it a little bit more love than normal. The neck has a tremendous job of holding up all these big thoughts. So give it a little extra space today. And then we're going to go back into some neck stretches a little later, but that's a nice warm-up lap. Come on back to center. I'm going to use a forearm press to press my swing forward. And if I do this with my elbows on the outside, I'm going to create like a little buffer so that I'm not hanging by my armpits. And just see if you can keep that little bit of a space. So I'm going to hop so the swing is below the tips of my shoulder blades to begin. It will always run up, so you can just wiggle it back down whenever you need. Press in, and then walk my feet to the front of the mat. If we're all at the front of the mat, then we have plenty of room. I'm going to heel toe to 10 and 2 as if it was a clock. Beautiful. And so this is our seated sumo, kind of like our full body hang. And when we're here, I like to do the same thing as just warming up the hips. So this is a little bit more of like the restorative version. So make it as dynamic and playful as you want. Obviously, you can do some more core activations, or you can just let the spine lengthen. So the swing is always going to be pulling up, and gravity is doing such a good job of grounding us down. So we utilize gravity to stretch the body for us. And we want it to feel good. We want it to be yummy to get space. So most of the tension and stress in the body is compression, so expansion is the solution. So let's really just let that be our intention and mantra for today, is just space. Create space. Space in the breath, space in our thoughts, space in between the vertebrae. Yay, that's it. Yeah, and it's easy. You know, we're opening up all the connective tissue, all of that gets compressed. We're lengthening that, we're opening that. And so it can feel a little intense, you know, all those sticky places where we don't normally get breath. Breathe into the intercostals, breathe into the sides of the body, breathe into the love handles, breathe into the hips, even the glutes and lower back. Yeah, got some more room and space in there. extra breath, extra space. And then when you're ready, that looks beautiful, everybody. Thank you for experimenting. Come on back to center. We're always gonna hug the swing. Let's go ahead and reach for the right leg loop with both hands and karate chop your foot up there one way or another. If you need help, I'll give you an extra hand. Really good, guys. And we're just gonna let that leg explore. I call it wagging the tail. So just wag your tail one side. And if you are used to this practice and you know how to do the spirals, flex your toes, and then let your toes explore like windshield wipers, rotating in and out, in and out. If that's too much, just wag and play and have fun. But it's so nice to get into more of the energetic ergonomics of how you can open up the whole pathway into the hip and rotate the femur and the hip bone, which is a big part of saving our hips, regenerating our hips for when we are in our wisdom years. So most of the time we're not using our hips in both directions. So we want to emphasize the internal rotation, whatever that looks like for you. See if you can internally rotate. Have that feel good, really good. And then if you want, you can add a little bit more play, as some of my players are already doing. You can add some twists. Allow yourself to explore. I like to give people lots of space to experiment and to feel. Really nice, guys. Yeah, what does your body want today? What does it need? Kind of keeping it in low gear. Yeah, we can also bring it up to wherever you are, nice deep breaths. And if anybody does like to float, really good. I feel like you guys are very intuitive. I'm just gonna follow you guys. You're all doing so good with all the creative ideas. And you can also lift the left leg. I'm holding on with both hands to give myself a little bit more support so the underarms are happy. You can also lean back a little. There you go. Play. Yeah. Beautiful. What does your body want? What does it need? If anybody would like to spread out the leg loop, that's also an option. Sometimes that feels a little bit better, depending on your knee. Sometimes this will help take pressure off the knee, which feels really good. And then we can also play with lifting and lowering the left leg. Let's work the legs now. Come into a little bit of a twist. You can thread in between the swing and the leg loop if you wish. Good. If anybody wants to just use chillaxing arms and interlacing the fingers behind the back of the head, you're welcome to do that too. Just a few moments on this side exploring. If anybody knows hook, you can bring the leg all the way up and just hang out here as well. Beautiful, guys. Have some fun with it. That's it. Beautiful. Big stretch through the IT band if you hook. Yep, you can come all the way back. Really good, guys. It's nice to see what people do and you know how fun it is to just make stuff up. You know, it's kind of how it all happened. Just get in the swing and make it up. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna switch in the air. Wherever you are, go ahead and hug the swing. Grab for the left leg loop, put that on the ankle. And once you're there, you can bring the right foot down. And again, if you want to just wag, you can play with, don't worry about the toes, you can just play with exploring in the space from side to side. You can lean back and add a little bit more flair, swing the arms around, whatever feels good today. Space. Space and perspective, these are the two words that came in my meditation this morning for what we wanted to do in class. You know, it's all perspective. We get to change our perspective in the swing, especially when we go upside down. Changing our minds, changing our perspective, trying something new, moving in multidimensional space is so good for our brains. Changing planes. If anybody feels a little woozy or dizzy, you just kind of bring down the swag. If we get too dynamic, the body's like, oh. So yeah, just bring it down and play in low gear if you need. And then for those that like the spirals, go ahead and flex the toes and then windshield wiper. I like to think of exaggerating the internal spiral because that's the part of the hip that doesn't get as much action. Right? And just feel what that's like to spin the femur in the hip socket and feel that end, that edge of stickiness that happens for us all with all the sitting and driving and computers. So this is really good for your lower back, really good for your hips. Remember to breathe. Really nice, guys. And then of course, if anybody wants to play and get a little bit more dynamic, you can pick up the right foot and roll it around. Exploring the space. The leg can be straight. You can keep the knee bent if that's too much for your core. And if you want to try a straight leg, obviously that's going to be a little bit more challenging. See which one is appropriate for you today. Again, we're going to have lots of strength, lots of stretch, but can you have maximum fun? Because if you push your body too far, too fast, then it's no fun. So just stay in that sweet spot where your body's happy. Yeah, where it wants to play, where it wants to explore. Yeah, if you are used to hooking and you can bring your leg all the way up, it's such a great stretch for the IT band. You can lean back if you want as well. Support your head whenever you need. And you can always expand the leg loop too. If that feels a little bit better on your knee, expand. Really good. Beautiful, guys. Yeah, lots of variations. So we can make something as easy or as more challenging that we want just by holding our own body weight. The best thing you can do for your own body is support your weight and strengthen with your own body weight. It's designed ergonomically to support your own frame. We want to be able to lift ourselves up if we kind of are hanging off the side of the building. Find ourselves at 3 a.m. We want to be like, oh, I know how to lift myself up. Or, in our 80s, we can get ourselves up off the ground. That's nice too. That's a lot of work that I do with my clients. They're like, I just want to get up if I fall. Very handy. We want to be able to lift our own body weight. Yeah, really good. 5 more deep breaths wherever you are. Let your body sink. Create some space, right? Let gravity do the work. If you're really here and dropping, it's intense, right? We're going to find our edge and just breathe into that edge. Beautiful, guys. And release. We're going to go into floating Buddha with both legs now. And let's all extend them. It'll be fun I like to call this bat pose. So we have our bat wings. Give it a little hop or lean back whenever you need to adjust the swing, because it will continue to ride up. Try to keep it below the tips of the shoulder blades. One of the ways that I do that is use my tricep arms, keep my hips heavy, and then arch at the upper thoracic spine. So I'm lifting my sternum towards the sky. Yeah. Hips heavy, heart open, head relaxed. That's our mantra. Beautiful, guys. And then if it feels good, you can add a little bit more swag. Remember, if you're getting a little woozy or dizzy, just keep it chill. Not a huge swag or windshield wipers, this is called. And if you like it, you can push one foot down and then the other foot down. Is everybody up for doing inversions today? Everybody feels good about it? Okay. If not, you can always just come into like a half inversion, I call it, where you can just lean back and be at a tabletop. Some people they don't love the inversions yet. You will eventually. They're very lovable. But for now, you don't have to go all the way back if it feels like it's too much. But we're gonna come back to center, and we're all gonna do our vinyasa flow together. So this is kind of an adaptation from the floor where we can kind of undulate the spine back and forth. So we're gonna wide straddle T, and then namaste, I'm gonna show you first, but we're gonna do it together. Always hug the swing, great, everybody. And then you can squeeze the legs together, push the hips up and lean back. Again, just keep your hips heavy if it's too much to lean back, but if you push your hips all the way up, then you're hooking with your forearms, and that should feel really yummy. And then sink your hips down, open up again. Okay, so from T, we're gonna go to star. Namaste, squeeze, reverse. Take a breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop your hips and come back to center. Inhale, T. Exhale, star. Inhale, namaste. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lift your head, drop your hips. Exhale, come on back to center. All right, let's add on from there. Inhale, T. Exhale, star. Inhale, namaste. And exhale, squeeze and lift. Reverse, reverse. Inhale, reach up and grab for the swing this time. Lower your head down towards the ground if you're coming into an inversion. And just stay here holding on. Arching and opening behind the heart. Pressing the sternum forward. And if you want to release your hands, you can swing them out wide and overhead. If you feel like you can balance, you can put your hands, the fingernail side, onto the earth, palms up. Okay, and then if anybody likes to go in an inversion from here, you can wrap your legs wide and around and come into your peaceful warrior. If you're not doing an inversion today, just go ahead and stay in ladle. And if anybody wants me to buddy up with them, I'll show you how to come into the inversion. Whatever variation you want to do. Yeah, go ahead and lean back. You got it. Yeah, and then feet are together. You don't need that, but yeah. There you go. Good. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, right? Is everybody okay with the temperature? Awesome. That looks great, everybody. Beautiful, peaceful warriors. For those that like to do inversions and want to add in whatever variation that they like, feel free to add a twist. You can come through your upside down dog and walk your hands forward. Go ahead and push back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back, upside down dog. Whatever variation you want to do. Listen to your body. If it just wants to hang and relax, let gravity do its thing, tractioning the spine out of the pelvis, creating space for the vertebrae. Very good. And then when you're ready, bring your legs wide and around. Reach up, grab for the swing, and gently come back to a seated position. Ooh. Everyone's always like a little high after the first inversion. Go ahead and take your time, swaying from side to side, pushing one foot down and the other foot down. You can have these spread out again, or they can be bunched up at the ankles. Whatever feels good. Whatever you're doing, just have them match. If one's spread, then we can spread both. I like hooking the heels to keep them on. Awesome, you guys ready to do that again? Okay, all right. We're gonna inhale, wide straddle T. Exhale, star. Inhale, namaste. Exhale, reverse. Press, 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 and lift. Inhale, reach up, grab for the swing. Exhale, ladle. Arms can swim overhead. If you're coming into peaceful warrior, the full inversion, hold on to the swing, bring your legs wide and around. And then feet can touch, toes can touch. You don't have to grip the swing because we are hooked around our hips and then our thighs. Very good. And then 30 more seconds, any variations you want to do. You can also do a nice neck stretch here pulling down on the back of the obstacle wrench very gently to open it up and gain some space. Nice. Beautiful. Just a few more deep breaths before we come up. We work up to doing 5-minute inversions. 5-minute inversions will change your life, but 30 seconds is good little increments until we build up to that. Reach up and grab for the swing, bring your legs nice and wide. Inhale, bicep curl, exhale, drop your hips and come to sit. Really good, guys. It's refreshing to have a class where I can do a little bit more, so thank you for everybody playing. It's just so fun to mix it up. We're gonna come. Huh?
I can't help it.
I know, it's great. I'm like, yes, the players came out to play. All right, so let's go ahead and bend one knee at a time. Let's bend the right knee and freeze frame. Yeah, we're arching out to the side. Let that feel good. Open up the side body. Straighten both legs, bend the left knee. Arch and open. Yeah, press, press, press. Over to the side. Open it up. And then straighten both legs, bend over one more time. Right knee bends. If anybody wants to go a little bit deeper, we're gonna reach the arm around the swing. It's gonna be tempting not to. Reach around the swing and grab for the leg loop. Yes. Up, around the swing, darling. Yes. Yeah, wide and around. It's very tempting. Everyone's like, but it's right there. Nope. We gotta remember our hooks, because if we did a flip, we would be like, whoops. Yeah. Keeping our perfect track record. So this is a version of a side tree. If anybody wants to go deeper, you can reach up a little bit higher, press the bottom of the foot into the inner thigh, and then of course the leg loop will gather. Yeah, and then you can open it up. Yay. Beautiful, guys. Go as far as it feels good for today. Beautiful. Unfurl, come back to center. Second side, bending the left knee. Just stay here if this feels good. That's like enough for today. If you want to reach around and grab for the leg loop, it helps us to pull and go a little bit deeper. But yeah, around the swing. Good. So, no. Yeah. Yep. It's easy to miss that hook. All right, and then if you want to reach up a little bit higher, you can pull and get the bottom of the foot on the inner thigh, and that bunches up the leg loop. Pointing the knee down towards the ground. This is Flying Ninja. Feel like a ninja. Ta-da! Beautiful. Make long lines of energy. That feels good. And then release. Come on back. Okay, we're going to bring both feet together into Baddha Konasana. And so you're making a diamond with your legs, and you can make a diamond with your arms, with your elbows flared out to the side, and you can just lean back and rock. Right? I like to keep my toes together, but if you rock from side to side, sometimes the feet will come apart too, and that's okay. But basically, you're going to keep your hips heavy, heart open, and head relaxed back. And this is our double diamond pose. Just hang out here. You can actually do some little undulations where you inhale and lift your chest, and then exhale, drop, so that you're massaging out behind the heart again. It should feel really, really good. Make whatever variation or change in the position of the swing so it does feel good. If it's pinching your underarms, that's when it wants to come down a little bit below the tips of the shoulder blades. And if anybody wants to go a little further, we're going to reach forward for our knees, grab for the top of the leg loops, press our hips up and lean back for Flying Monkey. Really honor your body wherever you are today. If you're happy in the double diamond, stay there. And if you're in Flying Monkey, we're going to inhale, lift, press our hips up, lean back, arch, and then exhale, drop the hips. Just a few rounds like that. Inhale, arch, and lift, and pull. Squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together so your sternum can reach further to the front of the room or back of the room, depending on how you look at it. Inhaling, lift. And exhale, drop in. Very good. Stay holding on. Everyone's going to want to let go. Stay holding on. And then straighten the legs. There you go. Stay holding on. I know, everybody wants to let go. It's tempting, you can. If you want to get into some more bicep curls, you can wide straddle bicep curl here. This would be harder than the other one, so make it easy if you don't want to do it. Find an easy variation. You can keep the knees bent. You can just do little baby lifts, whatever you wish. 10 if you can. Incredible hold pull-ups. Rah. Yes, they're hard. Beautiful. One more. Rah. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and bend the knees. Go ahead and slide in. Always come through some form of skydiver. We can do high skydiver today too, if we want, and I'll show you what that looks like. So keep the leg loops bunched up behind the knees, or you can actually come up to stand, reaching around, grab from the top of the leg loops, bicep curl lift, squeeze. So high skydiver, yes, there you go, is with the leg loops bunched up nice and high. There is a sweet spot. There's one spot that's more comfortable than the others. You know, you just have to kind of find it. So you can do all of that. Yeah, that face is all the yummy fascia opening up. Yeah, so we tend, because gravity is doing such a good job, we tend to have a lot of congestion in our lower body, so it's tender. That feels like a balloon, you know? When you push on a balloon, it's like, no! So we want to be very gentle with the legs, but we want to work that out. Get all of that connective tissue to open up. And it is ripping, burning, tearing sensation for a while, and then eventually you do actually like it. I promise you. After 14,000 tries, it gets easier. And then from here, we can do our skydiver just simply like this, right? You don't even have to worry about where the arms are. You can just kind of fly back and forth and have some fun with it. So just feel like you're skydiving. You can walk your feet a little further back, and then you can push forward a little bit more. You can have your little flying bird. We did our flying bird last time. I won't do it again. One silly moment per month. It was really fun though. All right, find your wings. Play with your wings. You can bang from side to side. Have some fun with it. Very good. Roll around, play, yeah, sway, whatever feels good. Very good. And then if you want to go a little further, you can find that space between, I guess we will be doing some breathing today. So you find that space between the swing and the leg loops, and then you press forward. Yeah, so we don't want to get entangled. Let's have you try one more time. So you hold on to the swing for a second. Yeah, and then bring your hands to prayer, and then through center. There we go, and blossom. We got it. We're all there. Beautiful. So we're here. We can bring our legs wide. So this is my breathing song. So if you guys want to breathe, we're going to do some more breath of fire here again. All right? So just go for as long as you want, but it's just going through the mouth, okay? Here we go. Fly, little birdie. Very good. Come on back. So the idea is when we get into some of these poses and then we really pump a lot of oxygen into the bloodstream, it's basically going to like neutralize, become nutrient dense, nutrient-lize the muscles. And so some of the parts of the body that get really stuck and sticky, we just stay there and do breath of fire, and then you'll just notice that the body opens up even faster. Okay, so we're going to do that version if you prefer to stay in the high skydiver, or we're going to do one more with the leg loops at the knees. But it's going to basically be the same pose. So you can stay in high skydiver, or we're going to come into the floating version, okay? So we always hold on to our knees and slide up as high as we can. Then we can bicep curl lift. And then we're gonna exhale, squeeze. So you can just stay here too. Maybe this is all you wanna do for today. Just see if you can spread out the leg loops if it's a little intense, right? We're just gonna rock back and forth, really good. Just opening and closing, undulating the spine wherever you are. Very good. And then to come into the skydiver position, we're gonna bring our hands forward in front of the leg loops. Yeah, and then we bring, good, with the swing on the shoulders, very good. And if you pull your feet back a little bit more, you'll notice that your hips can come down, right? Yeah, try to make the leg loops even, doesn't really matter, otherwise we'll go banking off to the side. Okay, so we'll do one more round of breathing. You guys ready? Very good, and then bend your elbows, come into butterfly, bend the knees, pull the feet up, that looks great, feet together. So this is gonna open up your hips, it's gonna open up your chest, it's gonna open up everything. Yeah, you're welcome to just bend the elbows wherever you are. So can you find your pillar even here? Crown of the head pulling forward, tailbone pulling back. Of course, your hips are being assisted, pulling apart, but just let it be easy. Can you soften? Where else can you soften in this pose? Really good. 2 more breaths. Pull your feet down towards the earth. Whoa, let your hips sink back. And catch yourself in the swing. I want you guys to just take 30 seconds here, 30 seconds to reset. So we drop our hips, let the body sway from side to side. This is the swagger pose. Push one knee down and the other knee down. Just be easy about it. Absorb what just happened in the body. I've been loving doing the breathing with the strengthening and then relaxing in between. It's so nice. It's like part of the HIIT training series. Swing hit that I have been doing. So we do get tense here for 30 seconds, and then we do like easy breezy, and then back again, and it's so much more fun. So yeah, do some of that today. Whew, how's everybody feeling?
You're feeling well.
I don't have any of my loud people in class that are like coming in hot, so we'll tell Bruce that we missed him. And Jess. Him and then hollers. All right, so let's go ahead and keep our chillaxed arms. See if you can use your momentum. Let's start with the left foot on top, and you're gonna get that behind the leg loop. You can keep the foot flexed. We're coming into a seated pigeon pose. We'll have like 5 more minutes, and then we'll come into final relaxation and have a nice shavasana. Bringing it down. If anybody likes to come into more inversions and back bends, yeah. You can hold on to the swing, press your hips up and lean back, come into like a half bow pose, I call it can opener. Just stay where you are if you're happy, or you can reach back and grab for the foot with one hand or both hands if you like to go a little bit deeper into the stretch. Wherever you are, just let it feel good. Enjoy hanging it up. The more that we just let gravity do the work, it's gently rocking from side to side. I call it wagging the tail when that one foot is just exploring in the space. Everything starts to open. All the connective tissue starts to get hydrated. It's kind of like pizza dough. Starts out like tight in a little knot, and then it gets lubricated, and it allows the energy to flow into places that normally get compressed from all the sitting. It's so nice to just suspend ourselves, to have no pressure, right? No pressure on the lower back and hips, just space. Beautiful. If you're in your inversion, come on back up. We're gonna switch sides. Go ahead and use your momentum to get right foot on top of the left. If the swaying is too much, just be chill. straight down and keep it in center. Just breathe. You can inhale, lift, and then exhale, lower, taking a tiny undulation with each breath to move the energy up and down the spine. Okay, really gentle micro movements. And then if you like your inversions, go ahead and lift your hips, lean back. You can stay holding on to the swing. If you like to go a little bit deeper, hold on to the foot with one hand or with both hands and open it up, open the chest. Only go as far as it feels good for today. Wherever you are is perfect. We don't want to force our effort. We want to listen to the body and go as far as it wants to go today. Yeah, very good. Most important thing is that we keep the alignment so nothing feels compressed because we're creating space in the body. Space and perspective. New perspective. Very good. 5 more deep breaths wherever you are. Listen to your body. Very good. Come on back up. We're gonna switch sides one more time. Let's bring left foot on top and straighten the leg. We're just letting it slide up the inside of the leg loop. So this is an extended, thank you. Extended leg twist. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Creating space. I like to twist and wring out my neck here as well. Beautiful, guys. That foot can lift. Use your momentum. Go into second side. Extended leg twist. Good. And then if you want to reach, go ahead and look down like you're looking underneath your armpit. Oh, and if you need, support the head with your hand. See if you can keep your hips dropped, your heart open, your head relaxed, and then your pillar. Nice long line of energy through the spine, no matter what we're doing, and space. Stretch in both directions. Gain as much space as possible through your fingertips. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And release. Come on back to center. Just stay here. Inch, relax in. Swaying gently from side to side. If you're happy, just hang out here. If anybody wants to come into a full bow pose, we're going to hold on to the swing. Press the hips up, roll up and down the spine a few times. So even if you don't want to do the full bow, you can massage out the paraspinals by letting the swing dig in as you lean back. Inhaling, lift. So exhale, drop in. So for those that like full bow pose, you can reach back and grab for your ankles. With the arms straight, you can pull away from the heart. Very good. Obviously, we could do breath of fire here, and it's super intense and really wonderful. Great for energizing the body, cleansing the endocrine system, turning on the happy hormones, boosting your immune system, all the good words. So try that at home if you like it. Okay. All right, beautiful guys. We're gonna start to wind it down. I'm gonna actually have you guys jump into your Shavasana from here. So I'm gonna reach around. Come on up when you're ready. Grab for your knees. Of course, you can come out and have a sip of water or whatever you need. Hold on to the leg loops and bicep curl. Lift, come to stand. Obviously, you have a little creative freedom in my classes, so if there's a last pose that you just love and that you want to do that we didn't get a chance to do, feel free to take 30 seconds before Shavasana. We'll have a nice long Shavasana today. You basically just want to spread the swing out and jump in. So hop in the center so you can stretch it to the back of your knees. Now, if it's all entangled, you can, of course, come on out. So what I do is if you look at the swing, it's like a taco. So you want to be on the inside of the taco. So you can see that, yeah, get a big handful. If it gets too too twisted, you can always come out, but then hop in and make sure that you have enough space to support your head. So the swing's above your head and stretched all the way to the knees. If you're not exactly in center, you'll have to wiggle it a little bit. You don't want your head to have an early birth, and you certainly don't want your bum sliding out, right? So get into a comfortable position, extend the leg loops. Really good. We're gonna have 5 yummy, luxurious minutes of final relaxation. Really good, everybody. Wonderful class. Would you like these spread out? Sure. Good. Nice. Just relax. And if anybody needs anything, let me know. I'm going to bring the lights down now. So this is your opportunity to absorb the benefits of the practice. So imagine that spaciousness, that openness is you get to, yes, you're like, absolutely. Better? Yes. And now absorb. See if there's more room and space for your body to unfurl. Very good. Get your head in there a little bit more. Give yourself a little up.
Well,
What does your body want? What does your body need? Feel like you can breathe it in, pull it in from the air. The air is infused with extra prana and mana today. Bringing it back from the islands. Like a caterpillar, we get into our cocoon and we let ourselves transform. Feel held and cradled in the light. Your imaginal cells rearrange. Release whatever your next level is. An extra wave of love and gratitude over your entire being, for showing up, for your willingness, for playing, for exploring. Experiencing something new every day, something brand new, something different. It's good for our brains. We made it back home to ourselves, back home to our breath, back home to our body. As you're feeling ready, gently wiggle your fingertips and toes and start to awaken your edges. Feel like you can start to sprout, spring or sprouting, new growth, new blossoms. Let your hands and feet stretch into the space around you, leaving the comfort of your cocoon and just exploring a little bit. Maybe wiggle fishtail from side to side. You can gently take the leg loops off. Welcome back to your new body. Check it out like it is that first morning stretch, 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 stretch everything. Feel the space, take the space with you. Keep the space and the body open to these new levels and layers. And when you're ready, you're gonna hold on to the back edge of the swing and just allow yourself to come up to sit. We're gonna prepare our landing gear, but just take a pause with your eyes closed and your hands on your lap. Sitting up into a new breath. So we are preparing our landing gear, and I want you to feel your new relationship to gravity and how different it is to get a break from something that we have such an abundance of and influences our lives in such profound ways, and we can play with that. So when we come to stand, I want you to imagine you being this tree that is rooting down, that is deepening your roots, that's reconnecting to the core self, to this pillar, so you can take all of this goodness with you, give it to the earth. So we're gonna inhale, reach our arms up, hold on to the swing wherever you can reach. Bicep curl, come to stand, center of the mat. And then one last time, we're gonna hug the swing. Say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you swing, thank you space, thank you one another. Aho, ashe, aloha, namaste. And then slowly as you're ready, there's no rush. We have spaciousness in our schedules as well, at least here. Place your hands on the ground and just take a moment to release and let go of anything that you don't need to take with you. Put it down and leave it there. The earth will compost it. And then last time, inhaling, rise. Feel those roots deepen. Feel your branches rise. Yay, namaste, yay. Thank you guys. So fun to practice with you. I'm actually teaching every month for the next couple months, coming back from the islands and bringing some good aloha vibes, so please do come back. We also have classes every other week, and holding it down is Ashley and Sam, whatever he's going by these days. So please do check it out. If it was like a little woozy and dizzy the first couple of times, I promise you it gets better, it gets easier. Stick with it. It's worth it. Appreciate each one of you. Happy birthday, sister.
Thank you.
My pleasure.